The day is all done. The horses have been finished up and we've cleaned our bridles. Now it's time to wrap them to get them put away for the day. So once we have our bridles all wrapped, what this does is it keeps them in a nice tidy little package, so if we drop them, they're not going to get as tangled into another bridle as they would if they were unwrapped. Also, wrapping the bridles is a way to keep your keepers from shrinking, and you can also actually shrink your keepers after you've cleaned your tack by not tucking into them. The way we do the throat lash around the whole bridle actually folds the throat lash leather in a way that it will shape to the horse's face really nicely. So here's a bridle that's been wrapped. And here is one that is clean and ready to go. So we have a couple of different ways of wrapping bridles. For me, I just take my reins and put them so that the buckle is right up at the crown piece. Other people will take their reins and fold them in half and then put them over the crown piece. I think this just depends on how much space you have for storing your tack. I'll do it like this if I'm going to a horse show and I'm going to put my bridle into a bridle bag. We have plenty of room here where we keep our bridles, so I just grab the buckle and put it right over the crown piece. So the first thing I do is take the throat lash and I go around the front of the bridle, going around all of the leather. I then go around the back of the bridle. I go one more time around the front so it will form an X in the front of the bridle. And then I take my strap for the throat lash and I bring it from the back so that I'm getting all around these cheek pieces and the reins. And I don't actually use the buckle for this. I just go through my keepers. I just slide it through both of my keepers. And now my throat lash is wrapped. The next thing I do is take the noseband. I'm going to put it around all of my cheek pieces, including my reins. And then I'll go through my buckle. This is a crank. And then I just come back through all of my keepers. So after I've cleaned my bridle, I don't want my keepers to shrink. By tucking the leather back into the keeper, I then help keep those keepers a nice size for sliding the leather in and out. This bridle has a flash on it, so I take my flash and I go between the bit rings from left side and right side. I go through both bit rings. I come back to the front and tuck back into my keepers. This is a pretty new noseband, so it's a little stiff. There we go, and this snaffle is now wrapped and ready to be hung up or transported to a show. It's not going to get tangled, and it will be folded in a way that it will lay nicely on my horse's face. Happy wrapping!